Ranger,
Squad green to deploy.
Reapers and Skirmishers have been at each other's throats for years, so we're keeping the exact meeting point strictly need to know. You'll split into 2 squads, rendezvous with each faction, and bring their envoy directly to the location of the meet. Officially, this city no longer exists, so we don't expect a lot in the way of advent resistance. Still, keep your eyes peeled. It's been about 20 years since we last stepped foot in this place.
If you are hungry, there's more where that came from. Impressive reflexes, but unnecessary.
Stand down. We're all friends here.
You are safe here. More so than you imagine. We shall see if the same holds true for these skirmishers of yours. Your presence already disturbs them. We must move quickly. My people will take care of this camp. Come.
Uploading the coordinates to the rendezvous point now. We've plotted the most direct route there. We don't know much about the skirmisher contact you'll be meeting other than his name. Mox.
Mox? Praetor Mox? His death squads wiped out entire camps of my people in the first years of the war. You would dare do this?
Pretty sure hands are bloody on both sides of this fight. That's the whole point of this intervention.
Reapers are born in the shadows, in the cold, harsh world that was waiting for us out there. We rely on stealth and long-range attacks, and our marksmen are unmatched by even the best Xcom has to offer.
I will go.
Damaged and dormant all these years, these devices still emit trace elements of unstable radiation. I cannot fathom what they were like in their original function.
We were there, Doctor. You're better off having missed it.
I'm on the move!
Headed there now.
I go where you tell me.
On the move!
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
No more time for regrets. We are not alone.
Those things, they still look like people.
What was human died years ago. Only the taint of the aliens survives now. Where there is one, more will follow. You must not hesitate to destroy them.
These creatures' DNA has mutated well beyond what we would classify as human. Perhaps the result of long-term exposure to the alien radiation from those pods. Though why anyone would subject themselves to that, I cannot imagine.
When the governments fell, millions starved. Many fled to cities such as this to scavenge for food. They did not heed the warnings. These creatures' true strength lies in their numbers. As you can see, they fall easily. If we are careful with our shots, we will prevail.
Enemies down! It's down! Back online! Heading to that location.
On the move. Target eliminated.
As you order, Commander. My life is in your hands.
I'm on the move.
My people have encountered these beings before. At first, they may appear mindless, but they hear quite well. In great numbers, they can be very deadly.
Enemy down! Stepping off.
Getting it done.
I go where I'm needed. No one will mourn them. We are compromised. Return to your gods. Who can give me a resupply? Remember, they are not victims. I need more ammo. I'm reloading.
An entire city of our own people left to turn into these things.
Yes. All we can offer them now is a merciful death.
Heading to that location.
Copy that.
Come get some.
That's a long run. These creatures are worse even than Advent. They have no cause, no fear. They simply exist. If we do not defeat the aliens soon, we will become little more than they are.
Extraction point is close, but looks like these things don't want to make it easy for you.
We will make it your pet advent in time. As you order, Commander. No compromises. Your friends will join you soon. I require a resupply. For the Reapers! Reloading. I have no more rounds.
Good copy. Moving on target. Target eliminated. Good riddance.
Moving to Overwatch. Enemy destroyed.
We risk all this for pray tell Mox? If he is not what you say he is, I shall kill him myself.
Looking forward to this meeting already. Got him. I'm ready. Dead in the water here.
Volk says hello. Good riddance.
Biological readings in your general area are clear. No more creatures on approach.
For now.
Then let's not linger here. Head to the evac coordinates now.
Let's rock. Moving to designated position.
Good copy. Moving on target.
Central. Biological signatures are grouping into a singular mass. One closing in on this position.
A swarm. We must push forward before it arrives.
Got it covered.
I am at your service.
Rolling out.
You should have a clear path through now. Second squad is already en route to Mox. Proceed to the rendezvous and await their arrival.
Oh, we'll be there.
Looks like trouble ahead. The rendezvous could be compromised. Stay focused. Contact! Get down! We may have a bigger problem here. I'm guessing that's our man. Well, our contact anyway.
Crocksod. Advent. Puppet. Roxtola. 410. They were sent here to hunt. To purge the Drop 10. The lost. Our meeting point is still secure. She is free of the imposter gods. I would give anything that all my kind could say the same. Even sit down with your Reapers. Now, we must go.
Rendezvous with Outrider is further ahead. Proceed through this district as quickly as possible, but be careful. Something tells me this city still has a few more surprises to throw our way.
Surprises are the least of our worries today. It is these Reapers of yours that are of true concern.
We, the Skirmishers, were created by the false gods of this world to serve and die as their puppets. We retain all that we were and more, and our prowess in battle serves us well in our cause. In close combat, none can stand opposed to us.
Moving out.
Confirmed.
Moving here. Attacking on
On
sight.
Overwatch.
On Overwatch.
Shut up. Listen.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
A 10th battalion.
Okay. Affirmative.
I
Covering
await their
now.
approach.
Quiet. Do you hear something?
To that position.
Don't remember seeing these things before.
You were not meant to. Purifiers were created with a singular purpose, to contain the Drop 10, the Lost. We must eliminate this patrol quickly before others arrive.
Fine by me. Take them down.
Moving to designated position.
Moving to position. Head down!
You weren't kidding when you said those tanks could explode. Careful with these things. We don't need to take any unnecessary chances.
The enemy is not here. Covering distance.
Rolling. This is for you.
The patrol has been liberated. May their lives not be lost in vain. We must push forward and complete our mission.
Works for me. Move out.
I am covered.
Oh, yeah!
I'm on the move. Overwatch.
Moving to Overwatch.
I am reloading. I go.
Closing on target position now.
Orders confirmed. On the move. Affirmative. Covering now.
Overwatch. I'm all over it.
Copy that.
As you command.
This is no patrol. It's an army.
Yes, one we do not have time to face.
Everyone, get back!
Purifiers may be down, but unfortunately, that was our extraction point.
I fear that is not the worst of it. Multiple biological signatures rapidly on approach to your position.
The lost. The sounds of combat excite them. They are drawn to it.
And you just blew up a fuel truck?
There was no other choice. Find an alternate exit. We will deal with the lost. Draklar. Dashers. They are not as docile as the rest of their kind.
An apt description. It would seem the mutation has somehow accelerated these Dashers' metabolism, allowing enhanced speed and agility, with a corresponding increase in aggression.
A long run.
Heading to that location. Hostiles pacified. Target neutralized. I'm running low on ammo. Hostile neutralized. Good to go. Ammo out.
Position confirmed. Moving to Overwatch. Hostile neutralized.
The shockwave of that explosion reverberated throughout most of the city. I would expect a significant reaction from the lost.
The only reaction I will accept from them is their deaths. Find us that exit. Their service is over. We triumph. I am almost out of ammunition. Reloading ammunition.
Moving. Got it covered.
I will watch.
I'm on it.
area's hotter than we thought. Gonna need a little more time.
Understood. Holding position. We deny our creators. Weapon running low.
Kill confirmed. Toss me some ammo. Back in. Got it covered.
Good to go. Scanning.
I reload. You are jumbled. They live.
Readings are all over the place. The Lost are almost right on top of you. These Lost seem to be pretty sensitive to noise. The sounds of combat are likely to draw even more of them. Think we've got something here. Just need another minute.
You have your minute.
Roger that.
I will not waver.
Scanning.
We take from the Elder stock.
Got him.
We found a new route that should get you to the rendezvous point safely. The Lost are still converging on the area, so make it fast.
That will not be a problem. Their journey ends here. My weapon is almost completed. No ammo. I must reload.
Hostile neutralized. My ammo's running low. Nailed him. Guns dry. Let's rock. Enemy destroyed. Enemy down. Running dry. Enemies down. It's killing time. My weapon's spent.
Come get some.
Moving on target location.
As you order.
Affirmative. Moving out. Good copy. Moving on target.
I will move.
Moving to position.
Moving.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
Closing on target position now.
on target.
Moving out.
I will go.
On the move. That's affirmative.
Understood. Moving out.
Yes, Commander.
Outrider and the first team should be waiting for you ahead. I know this wasn't the easiest stop, but I have to believe it'll still be worth it in the end.
That depends on the Reapers.
Rendezvous point directly ahead. Let's try and play nice today, people.
So, Advent's most brutal captain comes to atone for his crimes.
I am no longer that being. I am free now.
Taking off that helmet does not change what you are. Reapers have long memories. Elder Craxard. Anytime.
The way I see it, we have two options. Join forces and kick the Elders off our world, or kill each other here and now. The choice is yours.
No one has ever done that before. No one shall ever do that again.
What the hell is that?
Vox Prima, Elder Assassin, relentless death that stalks my kind, butcher of free Advent.
My people face another like her. They are the undying, Advent's curse upon us. We must combine strength if we are to have any chance of success.
You are welcome to try.
Your Reapers face a being such as this?
They appeared without warning years ago. Had they not, we would have already regained our home.
Such arrogance. The Elder's will extends throughout the universe. I am but one of their instruments.
On my way.
Moving out. It's time to focus.
Move, move, move!
Location confirmed.
A 10 baton.
Stepping off.
Moving to designated position.
My turn on launch.
Launch order confirmed.
So many have already fallen. And yet my work is never done. will you possibly run that I cannot find you?
I will go.
Understood. Moving out.
Moving!
You have to do better than that.
Moving.
It's still moving!
Never commit to strike unless you are truly ready.
Roger that.
Yeah, I had not expected this conflict to be so exhilarating. You surprised me, Xcom. Still, the Elder's will is that none survive this day. I cannot leave that to fortune.
The sonic dispersal waves emitting from that pod are crisscrossing a massive area.
Meaning that thing just rang the dinner bell for every remaining Lost in the city.
An accurate assessment. The entire Lost biomass seems to be converging on this position.
Then let's get you all the hell out of there. Firebrand's en route to the evac coordinates now. Get moving.
I stand ready.
Got it covered.
My watch begins.
Target eliminated.
Initial analysis of these creatures' movement patterns reveals an almost coordinated attack strategy. Perhaps they are not the mindless automatons they initially appeared to be. An intriguing, if not horrific, possibility.
Headed there now.
To that position.
I go where I'm needed. Death to the invaders. We are compromised. Your friends will join you soon. Do we have ammunition available? I'm reloading. Got it covered.
Attacking on sight.
Ready to go!
position. Affirmative, covering now.
On Overwatch!
Got him.
I am the victim.
It's down.
How many of these creatures can still be in this city?
Advent has been sending purifier squads into these cities for years, yet somehow the lost survive, even thrive. We do not know why.
That's affirmative. Enemy down. On reserves. Negative damage. I need ammo.
I go where you tell me.
Heading there now. Good riddance. Need a resupply.
Confirmed.
Yes, Commander.
Roger that. Target down. Got it covered.
Return to your gods. I'll watch closely.
Moving to Overwatch.
I go.
The wind must have picked up.
Hostile neutralized.
I did not exist when this city stood whole. Still, I feel revulsion at what happened to this place, to these people.
I believe you.
It's killing time. Okay.
Volk says I am to obey. No one will mourn them.
Loading fresh ammo.
I have no ammunition.
That's affirmative. Nailed him. neutralized. Weapons burning ammo fast. Hostile neutralized. Ready to roll. I'm out of firepower over here.
No need to ask twice.
Moving here. The light has left them. My weapon is almost initializing weapon.
Ready to go. Good copy. Moving on target.
There will come a day when my people take back this place for our own.
If they are all like you, that is a likely possibility.
Nailed them! No longer a threat. It's down! Could use some ammo over here. Kill confirmed. Good to go. Guns dry! Enemies down! Headed there now.
My life is in your hands.
Roger that.
No need to ask twice.
I move.
Moving out. On Overwatch.
Reapers are
I
always
will not
vigilant.
waver. I must focus my strike.
Miss the target. I can only blame myself.
Detecting additional lost converging near the evacuation coordinates. I advise caution. It would seem the lost are on to our strategy.
It is the Elder's will that this alliance fall. It will take more than mere loss for that to happen.
Roger that. Hostile neutralized. Missed the target. I'm running low on ammo.
Moving as ordered.
Remember, they are not victims. You must keep me resupplied.
Position confirmed.
Heading there now.
I go as ordered.
Overwatch!
I won't let them pass.
Scanning.
It is under my watch.
Hostile neutralized.
Firebrand's in position, but the evac zone's even hotter than we thought. Running out of time here, people.
Tell her to hold as long as she can. We will be there.
Enemy destroyed. I'm ready. Weapons empty. Can engage.
I am at your service.
Moving to designated coordinates. Hostiles pacified. Ready to go. Running low.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
I will go. Ready, weapon.
Orders confirmed. Moving out. It's killing time.
Re-up and reload.
Come get some. Yeah, I didn't get it.
Central, the sheer magnitude of the biomass converging upon this position is staggering. If our team does not evacuate now...
Trust me. They know. Target neutralized. I got nothing.
On the move. Kill confirmed. Target still up. Draining ammo fast.
Moving to designated coordinates. Enemies down. Reloaded.
As you command.
On the move. Kill confirmed! Target disabled. I'm on it.
I will reposition. No one will cross.
On the move.
I will go. Good riddance.
Moving on target location.
I'm on the move. On Overwatch.
I will move. For the fallen. Their casualties grow.
Moving to designated coordinates. Affirmative. Covering now.
Let's rock!
My watch begins.
Back online!
My training fails me.
Not even close. Alright, that one hurt.
Orders confirmed. Moving out. Hostiles pacified. Enemy eliminated.
Target disabled. Moving out.
Go, go, go!
Moving far.
Location confirmed.
Heading to that location.
I must move quickly.
The entire swarm converges upon us. We cannot hold this position much longer.
Outrider to Avenger, where the hell's our exit?
This is as low as I can get her!
No! I do not intend to die this day. I will follow. Foxtrot 410.
alliance with these outlying resistance factions presents an intriguing opportunity to study the varying means of survival they each employed all these years.
We may have chosen a different means of resistance, but our people fight for the same reason, for the world we once knew. Together we will end this occupation, or die trying.
The resistance factions take a more flexible approach to training than traditional soldiers, and can often learn multiple new abilities with each promotion. They will adapt to follow your choices, Commander.
Efficiently executed and no casualties. You could lead the Reapers any day, Commander. Well done.
To gain the upper hand on my siblings, I must use whatever means necessary to gather fresh information.
We should talk to our friends with the Resistance. If we deploy on a covert action, they can help us find out where our captured soldier is being held.
Thank you for sending additional support staff to assist me, Commander. I will make sure they are put to good use.
Commander, we'll need to send our own soldiers out to work with the Resistance factions to complete these covert actions. They'll be gone for a few days, but this will help us build influence with the Resistance while generating material support.
We've had our suspicions, but before now we've never had the resources to investigate the possibility of clandestine Advent facilities built up outside the city centers. Now that we've gotten word of this black site, I have to admit, I'm worried about what we might find. They could be doing anything in there.
to you, sister.
Miscreants, restrain yourselves, lest you be restrained.
No, the three of us, called upon together. Something has changed.
On that, we are agreed. The battlefield has shifted. Our masters have need of us once more.
Sounds to me like they're afraid.
You dare defile this place with your wretched tongue?
Oh, I dare.
Our children. Each of you possess our strength. Each of you possess our wisdom. Of all our creations, you are truly blessed. Your charge was a simple one. The subjugation of those who would see our grand design falter. We have been pleased. Until now. Our greatest asset has been lost, stolen from us, while our strongest did nothing. We are disappointed.
Thought you were the strongest.
Arrogance, defiance. You have walked among the humans for too long. You have been corrupted. You can be reclaimed. Yet perhaps you may also be redeemed. Perhaps you all may be redeemed. A greater battle lies ahead. Our time on this world draws to a close. Yet we need not abandon it completely at our departure. For one among you is surely ready to claim this world as their own. One among you is worthy. Return what was lost to us, grant all that those our will, to the one that exceeds our everlasting favor, to the others. You are the chosen, do not fail us. Now go.
Commander, we've just made contact with a new faction of the Resistance known as the Reapers. They're an elusive bunch, but this is their headquarters. We can scan at this location now to start benefiting from our newfound cooperation.
So this is the commander. Dragonova spoke highly of you and the rest of your team. Trust me, that does not happen often. You are all welcome here. I will admit I had some concerns with this alliance of yours, but from what I hear, this skirmisher, Mox, was captured protecting one of my own. Reapers have long memories, Commander. We will honor our end of the deal. Volk, out.
Tenacity could prove your undoing, Commander. If you would seek a fight with me, I hope you are truly ready to match my skills.
Avenger plotting new course.
We might take the Elders by surprise if we switch up our tactics. Maybe we should try something new.
Commander, Mox has been captured. We should do everything we can to get him back before the Chosen do God knows what to him. This operation is going to require some field experience, Commander. We'll need to send one of our vets to lead the effort.
We'll get the job done. Don't worry, Commander.
Avenger plotting new course.
much of my own research based upon this simple design. If only I had known. Ah, Commander, excellent timing. There's been some progress. I've managed to break down several key components of the chip implanted into your skull. My analysis reveals that its primary function was that of a conduit, passing a vast amount of data directly to your cerebral cortex. With the primary connection severed, much of that data is lost. Several fragments do remain, however. Ghosts, if you will. Observe. Tactical combat simulations. War games. The sheer volume of encounters you were processing was astounding. It is truly remarkable that you survived as long as you did. Though this may seem disconcerting, there is still some good news. This chip bears a striking resemblance to a medical implant I briefly assisted in developing at the gene therapy clinic in New Providence. My understanding was that the implants were intended for high-ranking Advent officers only, captains or above. Retrieving a chip from such an officer would be the only way to know for certain. A greater understanding of these implants would undoubtedly benefit us all, Commander.
New objective added.
The Advent officers have clearly been modified to allow for their subordinates to receive new orders psionically. The implanted chip is the key. The Advent officers appear to be similar, if not physically the same as the common Advent trooper in terms of power and agility. However, field reports indicate a more developed mental acuity, as the officers do provide tactical directives to the subordinate Advent forces. I must admit, having successfully completed the operation necessary to remove the commander's implant, I am intrigued by the possibility of examining another subject for comparative analysis. Since the officer in question will likely have expired long before arrival here, I may rely on a faster, more invasive approach to removing the chip this time around.
Strategic resource located. Avenger plotting new course.
I take it this was easier than your last procedure, Doctor.
Central, Commander. Yes, I find the process to be far less disconcerting when the subject has already expired. The results, however, it's best you see for yourself. My autopsy of the Advent captain has confirmed the existence of an implant, similar in design to the unit I extracted from the commander. But there are differences.
What kind of differences?
The data you see is being pulled directly from this Advent captain's implant. The sequence here is essentially you, Commander. Or at least the tactical information they were processing through your mind. As you can see, the data is nearly identical.
They were using you against us.
Yes, however, the Advent data shows signs of decay. Removing the commander from their network has likely caused significant damage.
Network?
Yes, what we're seeing here is a psionic network. These implants are capable of receiving and transmitting information, a great deal of information, somehow encoded in a stream of psionic energy. My working theory? Advent uses this network
to augment the tactical readiness of its troops, as well as disseminate orders from its central command. Observe. Even in the subject's diminished condition, the implant continues to have an effect. A truly astonishing achievement.
Or a weakness.
Potentially. But I need direct access to their network to know for sure.
I'm guessing that won't be easy.
We'd need an active link. And that would mean hacking a live Advent officer.
Like I said, not easy. Still, it's the best lead we've got. Your call, Commander.
New objective added.
It looks like we've got our work cut out for us, Commander.
The Advent captain seems to provide a means of stabilizing the link between the local subordinates and the Advent network tower itself.
Commander, if we're going to try to build this skulljack that Tigan came up with, we're going to need a specialized facility to test it out.
Knowing that my past surgical experience is limited, I am sure the crew appreciates that I hone my skills on fallen Advent forces before triaging our own wounded. To the uninitiated, the common Advent trooper is seemingly human. The aliens have disguised its most glaring divergence from the human form with a carefully designed helmet.
Nothing on the local comms. Advent's been quiet lately. I'm guessing we have you to thank for that.
Our pleasure, Den Mother. Enjoy it while it lasts.
We plan to. Our water purification
Massive
system...
signal coming from the Advent network tower. It's global. Sir, I think you'll want to see this.
Fellow citizens, for 20 years, the Advent Coalition has worked tirelessly to repair the ravages and injustices of the old world. Under our stewardship, our cities prosper, our people flourish, and our world heals. And yet, among us, there are still those who would refuse to acknowledge the truth, who are determined to see all that we have achieved
Multiple radar contacts on approach to Haven Alpha 7.
That must end. Even as I speak to you today,
You've got incoming on approach!
Your signal's breaking up.
Outlying territories to end this scourge once and for all.
They're right on top of you!
Losing you, Avenger.
Raise them again!
We will ensure your continued safety and well-being throughout this crisis.
Get your people out of there!
With your cooperation, we will overcome these radical elements and usher in another 20 years of peace and prosperity.
They don't stand a chance. Commander, we should get a squad ready to deploy.
Commander, we have a squad ready to move on the Resistance Haven currently under siege by the aliens. Give the word and we'll move out. Our next operation will put us right in the middle of chosen territory, Commander. There's a good chance they'll show up to interfere, so we should plan accordingly.
Setting course for the Mexican Regional Tract.